Order à l'ordre.
Honorable Senators, I have the honor to inform the Senate that the clerk has received certificates from the Registrar General of Canada showing that the Honorable Marnie McBean, the Honorable Paulette Sr., the Honorable Tony Varoni, the Honorable Mary Robinson, and the Honorable Mohammed Kahir Al-Zaibak have been summoned to the Senate. Honorables sénateurs, j'ai l'honneur d'informer le Sénat que le greffier a reçu du Registraire général du Canada des certificats établissant que l'honorable Marty McBean, l'honorable Paulette Senior, l'honorable Tony Varone, l'honorable Mary Robinson et l'honorable Mohamed Kahir Al-Zaibak ont été appelés au Sénat. Honorable Senators, I have the honor to inform you that there are senators without waiting to be introduced. Honorables sénateurs, j'ai l'honneur de vous informer que des sénateurs sont à la porte attendant d'être présentés.
Mary May Simon, Canada. Charles III, by the grace of God, King of Canada and his other realms and territories, head of the Commonwealth. To our trusty and well-beloved Mohammed Kahir Al-Zaibak of the city of Toronto in the province of Ontario, greeting. Know you that as well for the especial trust and confidence we have manifested in you, as for the purpose of obtaining your advice and assistance in all weighty and arduous affairs which may the state and defense of Canada concern, we have thought fit to summon you to the Senate of Canada. Et nous vous ordonnons de passer outre à toute difficulté ou excuse et de vous trouver en personne, aux fins susmentionnées, au Sénat du Canada, en tout temps et en tout lieu où notre Parlement pourra être convoqué et réuni, au Canada, sans y manquer de quelque façon que ce soit. En foi de quoi nous avons fait délivrer nos présentes lettres patentes et y avons fait apposer le grand sceau du Canada. Witness, our right trusty and well-beloved Mary May Simon, Chancellor and Principal Companion of our Order of Canada, Chancellor and Commander of our Order of Military Merit, Chancellor and Commander of our Order of Merit of the Police Forces, Governor General and Commander-in-Chief of Canada. At our Government House in our city of Ottawa, this 28th day of January in the year of our Lord 2024 and in the second year of our reign, by command François-Philippe Champagne, Registrar General of Canada.
I, Mohammed Khair Al-Zaibak, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III.
Honorable Senators, I have the honor to inform the Senate that the Honorable Senators introduced today have made and subscribed the declaration of qualification required of them by the Constitution Act 1867 in the presence of the Clerk of the Senate, the Commissioner appointed to receive and witness same. Honorables sénateurs, j'ai l'honneur d'informer le Sénat que les honorables sénateurs présentés aujourd'hui ont fait et signé la déclaration des qualités requises prescrite par la loi constitutionnelle de 1867 en présence du greffier du Sénat, commissaire nommé pour recevoir et attester cette déclaration. Senator Gold.
Merci, Madame la Présidente. Honorable Senators, on behalf of the Government Representative Office, I'm pleased to welcome 5 new colleagues to the Senate of Canada. Senators Marty McBean, Paulette Senior, Tom Veronier, Mary Robinson, and Mohammed Al-Zaibak. I look forward to working with all of you. Senator Al-Zaibak is a successful entrepreneur and generous philanthropist. He's an expert in public-private partnerships and international negotiations, especially in the technology sector. Senator Al-Zaibak has worked to strengthen the economic, social, and cultural ties between Canada and the international community, especially between Canada and Arab countries. He has served as Director of the Canadian Chamber of Commerce and Chair of its International Strategy Advisory Committee, and is a former Chair of the Canada Arab Business Council. Senator Al-Zaibak is the co-founder of Lifeline Syria, a not-for-profit organization that helped the sponsorship and settlement of nearly 1,200 Syrian refugees in Canada. To our 5 newest colleagues, your wealth of experience, your accomplishments, your leadership skills, your devotion to this country are very much welcome additions to the Senate. My team and I, and all senators, look forward to working with you. Congratulations.
Senator Martin.
Honorable Senators, let me begin by wishing everyone a Happy New Year and soon-to-be Lunar New Year. And as we welcome our new colleagues in this first sitting of Parliament of 2024, let us refocus on the work ahead in the best interest of our nation, the prosperity of the regions, and the well-being of future generations. On behalf of the Opposition and the Senate Conservative Caucus, I'm pleased to rise in this chamber to welcome our new colleagues. The Honorable Mohammed Al-Zaibak of Ontario is a Syrian-born Arab-Canadian entrepreneur, advocate for social development and diversity, and co-founder of Lifeline Syria, which helps Syrian refugees resettle in Canada. Quote, throughout his career, Mr. Al-Zaibak has worked tirelessly to strengthen Canada's economic, social, and cultural ties with the global community, in particular with the Arab countries. Honorable colleagues, I am pleased to extend a warm welcome to the Senate of Canada. We all look forward to getting to know you as we collectively ensure due diligence is done in the debates and work ahead of us. Conservatives look forward to working in collaboration with you on ways to improve the life of Canadians by working and fighting for their best interests. On behalf of the Opposition and the Conservative Caucus, welcome to the Senate of Canada, your new family away from home.
Sénatrice Saint-Germain.
Merci, Madame la Présidente. Nous accueillons aujourd'hui 5 collègues dont la feuille de route est impressionnante. Welcome to our newest appointee, Senator Mohammed Al-Zaibak, representing Ontario. As a successful technology business leader and a remarkable philanthropist, Senator Al-Zaibak's efforts have been highlighted during his career. His commitment to the well-being of the population inhabiting his home country is durable, sustainable, and deeply human. Due to the results achieved, the Toronto Region Board of Trade awarded him the 2018 Toronto Region Builder Award to highlight his exemplary leadership and commitment to the Toronto region. Senator Al-Zaibak, your international business knowledge and acumen will bring great value added to the Senate. On behalf of all the independent senators group members, I gladly welcome all 5 of you. Thank you. Merci.
Senator Thomas.
Thank you, Speaker. On behalf of my colleagues in the Canadian Senators Group, I wish to welcome Senators McBean Sr., Barone Robinson, and Al Zybeck to the Senate. Honorable Senators, with these appointments, we're getting closer and closer to a full Senate. By welcoming these new 5 senators, eminent Canadians all, the Senate continues to transform itself from the traditional partisan vestiges to a chamber of more independent reflection. Our new senators come with very different backgrounds. Senator Al Zybeck comes to the Senate from the international and technological business community and is also a broader community leader and builder. Senator Robinson comes from the agricultural sector and is a strong advocate for the industry and for PEI, and comes at great relief to our lonely farmer, Senator Black, who welcomes another voice for agriculture. Senator McBean is a highly decorated Olympian, champion of social justice causes. Senator Senior is a recognized leader in the charitable sector and a trailblazer for women and for girls. Senator Varone is a businessman and a philanthropist and is involved in lifelong civic engagement. Seeing these individuals from very different backgrounds who've chosen to come forward and serve is a positive sign that this institution matters. With this diversity in background comes the diversity of views and opinions, and senators, this is a very good thing. Our role is to represent our regions on national issues. At times, we all agree, but most of the time we do not. Again, this is a good thing. Diversity of opinions, coupled with a sense of respect for opposing views, is a strength and not a weakness, and it is the hallmark of the work in the Senate. To each of the new senators, I encourage you to participate fully in our debates and bring your diverse views forward. Please do not hold back. Your views and perspectives are welcome here. In fact, they're needed here in the Senate as we do our work on behalf of Canadians. Senators McBean, Senior, Barone, Robinson, and Al Zybeck, welcome to the Senate of Canada. My CSG colleagues and I look forward to working with you.
Senator Cordy.
Thank you, Speaker. Honourable Senators, it is such a pleasure to be back with you. I'm coming from Nova Scotia, which for the past 4 days has been the land of snow and wind and delayed flights and cancelled flights. So I'm really happy to be here since I just arrived a very short while ago, fully expecting to be here more than 24 hours ago. So I am very pleased to join the other leaders on behalf of the Progressive Senate Group to offer some welcoming remarks to our newest senators. Before we adjourned in December, we bid farewell to some of our senators whose retirements became official. So it seems fitting that while we ended our year with some heavy-hearted goodbyes, we will be starting this year by adding some new faces and some new voices to our chamber. We have already heard the impressive and varied backgrounds of our 5 newest senators who have taken their seats before. I won't repeat their incredible accomplishments that we've heard about. Representing the province of Ontario, we have Senator Marnie McBean, Olympian and champion. Senator Paulette Senior, thought leader, trailblazer. Senator Tony Varone, businessman, philanthropist. And Senator Mohammed Al Zybeck, entrepreneur and community leader. And filling the last vacant seat from Prince Edward Island, we welcome Senator Mary Robinson, a businesswoman and a strong agricultural advocate. Though I share the enthusiasm of my colleagues to be able to welcome 5 new senators at once, it's a shame that it doesn't allow quite as much time to devote to each of you for your incredible careers that you have all had to date. These various experiences that you bring will not only help to shape your work in the Senate, but help to bring new issues to our attention. An important part of our work here is to advocate on behalf of our regions and advocate on behalf of underrepresented groups whose concerns may not always be raised in the other place. Senator McBean, Senator Senior, Senator Veroni, Senator Elzibak, and Senator Robinson, we are so glad to have you with us as champions for each of your communities. Having heard a bit of your backgrounds this afternoon, we may already feel a sense of knowing who each of you are and what issues you may choose to highlight here in the Senate. But I think it's important to remember that we are all much more than what can be summed up easily. Some of you may end up pursuing issues that you or we would not have guessed, and I hope that happens. We are all more than meets the eye, and that is true of this institution as well. The Senate is known as the chamber of sober second thought, but it can be so much more. You are now one of Parliament's agents of change. We are so glad to have you with us, and we will do our best to help you navigate this transition. So, Senator McBean, Senator Senior, Senator Veroni, Senator Elzibak, and Senator Robinson, on behalf of the Progressive Senate Group, it is my pleasure to officially welcome you to the Senate of Canada. We look forward to working with each of you.
Honorable Senators, I wish to draw your attention to the presence in the gallery of family members and friends of the Honorable Senator Elzibak, including the Right Honorable Joe Clark. On behalf of all senators, I welcome you to the Senate of Canada.